The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. The Girl on the Train is a psychological thriller that follows the intertwined lives of three women, Rachel, Megan, and Anna. The narrative revolves around Rachel, an alcoholic who commutes daily on a train, obsessively watching a couple, Scott and Megan, from the train window. She imagines their life as perfect, especially as she struggles with her own issues, including a failed marriage and unemployment. When Megan goes missing, Rachel finds herself drawn into the investigation, which uncovers dark secrets and leads to unexpected connections between the characters. The novel explores themes of memory, obsession, and the unreliability of perception. Let's deep dive into the book. Rachel's routine and obsession. Rachel Watson, the protagonist, is an alcoholic whose life has unraveled after her divorce from Tom, who left her for another woman, Anna. Each day, Rachel takes the train into London, passing the house she once shared with Tom, now occupied by him, Anna, and their child. During these rides, she becomes fixated on another couple, Scott and Megan, who live a few houses down. Rachel imagines their life as idyllic, nicknaming them Jess and Jason, and constructing a fantasy around their seemingly perfect relationship. Megan's story. Megan Hipwell, the woman Rachel watches from the train, has her own troubled past. She is married to Scott, but their relationship is strained by Megan's restlessness and secrets. Megan struggles with unresolved trauma from a previous relationship and the loss of a child. She begins therapy with Dr. Kamal Abdick, which stirs up past memories and complicates her emotions. Unbeknownst to Scott, Megan is having an affair, further adding to her sense of guilt and turmoil. Anna's perspective. Anna Watson, Tom's new wife, is wary of Rachel's continued presence in their lives, particularly Rachel's drunken calls and occasional visits. Anna's perspective adds another layer to the narrative, revealing her insecurities and her attempts to maintain a perfect facade. Despite her new life with Tom, Anna is unsettled by Rachel's erratic behavior and the history between Tom and Rachel. Megan's disappearance. The central plot thickens when Megan goes missing, sparking a police investigation that quickly becomes a media sensation. Rachel, having seen Megan with another man just days before her disappearance, becomes obsessed with finding out what happened. Her involvement is complicated by her unreliable memory due to her drinking and the fragmented recollections of the night Megan vanished. Rachel's investigation. Driven by a sense of guilt and curiosity, Rachel inserts herself into the investigation. She contacts Scott, pretending to be a friend of Megan's, and shares her suspicions about Megan's affair. As Rachel digs deeper, she uncovers more about Megan's life and the people around her. This investigation brings Rachel closer to Scott, who is desperate for answers, and stirs up tensions with Anna and Tom. Revelations and suspicion. As Rachel learns more about Megan's life, she uncovers Megan's relationship with Dr. Abdick and begins to suspect him of involvement in Megan's disappearance. The narrative becomes increasingly tense as Rachel struggles to separate her perceptions from reality. Her memories of the night in question remain hazy, compounded by her guilt and the strain of her alcoholism. The truth unravels. The truth about Megan's disappearance comes to light when Rachel's fragmented memories begin to clear. She realizes that Tom, not Dr. Abdick, was involved with Megan. Rachel remembers seeing Megan enter Tom's car on the night she disappeared, leading her to confront the possibility that Tom is not the man she believed him to be. As Rachel pieces together the events, she faces the reality of Tom's deceit and manipulation. The confrontation. Rachel confronts Tom, uncovering his history of lies and infidelity. It is revealed that Tom was indeed having an affair with Megan, and that he murdered her when she threatened to expose their relationship. The confrontation turns violent, and Rachel must defend herself against Tom's aggression. In a climactic struggle, Anna intervenes, and together they overpower Tom, leading to his arrest. Aftermath and reflection. With Tom's arrest, the characters begin to rebuild their lives. Rachel, shaken but resolved, starts to piece her life back together, seeking help for her alcoholism and trying to move forward. Anna, grappling with the truth about Tom, faces the challenge of raising her child alone. The novel ends with Rachel coming to terms with her past and looking towards a future free from the shadows of her previous life. New beginnings. The story concludes with a sense of closure and the possibility of new beginnings. Rachel decides to leave the area, seeking a fresh start away from the memories of her troubled past. The novel leaves readers with the themes of resilience and recovery, highlighting the characters' journeys towards healing and the complexities of human relationships. Let's meet together the main characters of the book. Rachel Watson is the novel's protagonist, a woman struggling with alcoholism and the aftermath of her failed marriage. Her life is marked by a sense of loss and disappointment, which she numbs with alcohol. Rachel's voyeuristic obsession with the couple she watches from the train window leads her to become involved in the mystery of Megan's disappearance. Her character arc is one of self-discovery and redemption as she confronts her past and seeks to rebuild her life. Megan Hipwell, initially viewed by Rachel as living an ideal life, is revealed to have a troubled past and a complex personal life. Megan struggles with guilt, restlessness, and a history of loss, including the traumatic death of her child. Her character highlights the theme of deception, as her outwardly perfect life conceals deep emotional turmoil and secrets. Anna Watson, Tom's new wife, is wary of Rachel's presence and protective of her family. While initially appearing to have a perfect life with Tom, Anna's perspective reveals her insecurities and her struggles with trust. Her character adds depth to the narrative, showing the complexities of moving on from a partner's past relationships and dealing with the fallout of betrayal. Tom Watson is a central figure whose actions drive much of the plot. Initially presented as a victim of Rachel's obsessive behavior, Tom is later revealed to be a manipulative and deceitful character. He has been unfaithful to both Rachel and Anna, and ultimately is responsible for Megan's death. Tom's character embodies the themes of deception and the darker aspects of human relationships. Scott Hipwell, Megan's husband, is portrayed as a victim of his wife's disappearance. However, his controlling and sometimes aggressive nature complicates his character. Scott's grief and anger lead him to act irrationally, and his relationship with Megan is revealed to be far from the idealized version Rachel imagined. Scott's character explores the theme of the public versus private persona. Dr. Kamal Abdick is a therapist who becomes involved with Megan, both professionally and personally. His relationship with Megan complicates the investigation into her disappearance, casting suspicion on him. Dr. Abdick's character highlights the ethical dilemmas and complexities of personal relationships within professional boundaries. Let's explore together the main themes and concepts of the book. The unreliability of perception. A central theme in The Girl on the Train is the unreliability of perception, especially as influenced by alcohol, trauma, and personal biases. Rachel's perspective is often clouded by her alcoholism, leading her to misinterpret events and people. The novel explores how memories and observations can be distorted, questioning the reliability of each character's narrative and the nature of truth itself. Obsession and voyeurism. The novel delves into the theme of obsession, particularly through Rachel's fixation on Scott and Megan, whom she views as the embodiment of a perfect life she has lost. This voyeuristic obsession leads her to become entangled in their lives, blurring the lines between her fantasies and reality. The story examines the dangers of living vicariously through others and the consequences of such invasions. Isolation and loneliness. Isolation is a recurring theme, affecting all three main female characters, Rachel, Megan, and Anna. Each woman experiences loneliness and disconnection in different ways. Rachel through her alcoholism and lost relationships, Megan through her troubled past and secrets, and Anna through her isolation in her seemingly perfect life. The novel explores how these feelings contribute to their actions and decisions, highlighting the deep impact of loneliness on human behavior. Deception and self-deception. Deception is a key element in the story, both in terms of interpersonal deceit and self-deception. Characters like Tom deceive others to manipulate and control, while Rachel often deceives herself about the reality of her situation and her past actions. The theme underscores the complexity of truth and the ways individuals can deceive themselves and others to avoid facing difficult realities. The complexity of relationships. The novel explores the complexities of relationships, including marriage, infidelity, and friendship. The interactions between the characters reveal the darker sides of intimacy, such as control, betrayal, and manipulation. The relationships are depicted as multifaceted, with each character struggling to balance personal desires with societal expectations and the need for connection. Let's talk about the author. Paula Hawkins is a British author and journalist known for her psychological thrillers. Born in Zimbabwe in 1972, Hawkins moved to London in 1989. Her breakout novel, The Girl on the Train, published in 2015, became a bestseller and was adapted into a major motion picture. Hawkins's work often explores themes of memory, identity, and the darker aspects of human nature. Her writing is characterized by its tense, suspenseful plots and complex, unreliable narrators. Before The Girl on the Train, Hawkins wrote romantic comedy fiction under the pseudonym Amy Silver, but it was her shift to darker psychological themes that brought her widespread acclaim. Sincere thanks for watching. If you found this summary helpful, consider taking a moment to hit the subscribe button, like or share the video. If you have any feedbacks or book requests, make sure to leave a comment. Regardless, I wish you a great day.